All right. We back with another video reaction. I'm your host, Blue Devil. You guys are watching The Hater World, and today's clip is brought to you by Cali Legends Media. We got OG Lucky sending a warning to Manosa Marv, aka Mr. Eyebrows, aka Flat Earth, aka I ran from American Cholo, aka I like to touch and talk to sweet little girls. Okay, well, the message that is being brought to you in this video is come to the Varrio if you really from the set. Now, look, I'm not gonna say nothing. We're gonna watch the video, but very quick, I want to send a shout out to Lucky because me and him had once a disagreement, miscommunication, and after a phone call, we figured it out and we kept it pushing. And I like watching his content now. And I've expressed to him many times in the past that whatever he needs, I'm here to help. You know, there's other self-titled OGs on YouTube, that title themselves real, gangsta, OG, Pintero, so forth and so forth, right? But they follow in the footsteps of Dumb and Dumber. They follow in the footsteps of them closet YouTubers. They follow in the footsteps of Mr. I had to run to Washifas because I was scared for my life. Mr. I had to move to San Diego because I'm scared for my life. People like that. And no matter how many people tell these self-titled OGs, hey, that's not the movida, they tend to be blind because they're looking for the money, and salute to this OG for keeping it solid and keeping it righteous. There's not too many righteous people on YouTube nowadays. As you guys may know, 99% of the people watching YouTube can relate more to the fake and the phony than to the real. You know why? Because they themselves are regular smugglers, so they don't understand the lifestyle. So it's best to not talk about gang politics and hoods and shit like that on YouTube. Just be here for entertainment, right? Entertaining. Be here to entertain. You know, that's why I always say if you real, you ain't gotta say you real. That's why you always see those fake fools talking about how many bodies they got, how many people they've done this to, because they're trying to prove to everybody. And you know what sucks? That the watchers eat it all up, homie. Like, what kind of real one is out here telling a bunch of screen names are real? That's why when people get in my chat and be like, hey, Blue Devil, this, and this, I'll be like, yeah, whatever, fool. You say I'm fake, cool. Whatever. I'm fake. Oh, Blue Devil, you's a bitch. All right, cool. I know that every time all these solid homies come through and chop it up with your boy and kick it with your boy and they're out here, supporting your boy in real life, it reminds me how fake the internet is. So to salute to the OG Lucky, go follow his page. All right, go follow his page. Cali Legends Media. All right. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's press play. Let's see what this warning for Manosa Marv is. Let's see what this fear full message is. I was lost for words. Let's go. Stop being so dramatic, Blue Devil. Let's get it.
Hello and welcome to Cali Legends Media. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into this video because it's an annoying topic. And basically it's going to be the last one, okay? And I'm going to start this this video off by saying this. Okay, and this is directed to Danny. If you really believe that you're from Mariana, come down so that we can have a meeting and talk about it and see where your standing is. That's all you got to do. It's real simple. There shouldn't be a problem with that. If you feel you're from the barrio, come on down. That's what I do. I'm down here every day. You know where to find me. If ever you need to find me or whatever, let's go to the neighborhood and ask. Somebody will probably point to exactly where I'm kicking it. One of the homies probably get in the car with you and bring you to me. You talk a lot of masa. You're talking about stamina and basically you're saying don't let my mouth write a check that I can't cash. I stand behind everything that I say. There's no fear in my heart. That went away a long time ago as a child. And I don't need stamina to deal with any man.
Chin wanted a better job.
Come on, Blue Devil. Play for premium already, homie. Listen, I promise. I promise I'm gonna pay for premium. Listen, all right. What he just said right now, he said, I don't need stamina. If you know, you know.
Need that. I don't even need, and I don't need stamina to deal with any man. I don't need that. I don't even need to get up out of my chair. You understand?
Oh my God. That means that he'll make the oye, Popeye. We need you to hit a vato, Holmes. You know, this is this address. Go get him. Charles, I'm just clowning. Don't listen to me, bro. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'll tell you basically what that is. All right. Basically, his homies probably watching this say, fuck that, let's go get him. Why though? I didn't tell you to. We fuck with you though. We're gonna do it for you because we love you. Don't listen to me, bro. I'm just making up these fake narratives.
So don't fool yourself. You know, don't underestimate an old war horse, homie, because you're liable to get your head kicked off. So if you have it in your heart, homie, you want something, come on down to the neighborhood. Anybody can get it. You know what I mean? I've ran into Ford, I ran into Choppers by myself, but I haven't seen no Danny Ayala. Knowing my homies, the first reaction to that first video, they would have been down here trying to straighten up the shit.
Facts.
But if you want to go ahead and do what you're doing, go ahead, man. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you. Nobody's going to go to your place, fool. Nobody's going to go. You're always surrounded by cameras and fucking those motion detectors you say you have in your house that you thought it was you think you picked up some paranormal activity with one of your motion detectors. Whatever. You know what I mean? I seen them myself when I went and knocked on your door. I did, because
he went to go knock on Manosa Marv's door? How come Manosa Marv didn't come outside? So now you got American Cholo marking him out. You got the little girl he touched. You got him getting beat up in county jail. You got the OG knocking on his door. What else? I'm sure there's a bunch of other shit. That's just the ones I remember. Blue Devil making the t-shirt about him and him not doing nada.
I was on camera. I'm sure you have the recording, You keep bringing
His kids. I forgot about his kids.
up the old man, this old man, you're too old, I'm too old. Hey, everybody gets old. Yeah,
Facts.
I'm old. Everybody knows.
Facts.
You're not spreading nothing new. Do you think that's something to be ashamed of? That just shows the level of your mentality,
This is what I say, bro. Very quick, okay? I know a lot of people always make excuses, right? Like, oh, I'm not gonna go fight Blue Devil because he'll tell on me. What the fuck? Bro, listen, that's you finding an excuse to back out of shit. Oh, I'm not gonna fight the old man because he's too old. Fool, that's you being scary. Oh, I'm not gonna go and get this fool because he's just a cloud chaser. What? Then shut the fuck up then. What the fuck is wrong with people, bro? Don't worry if this old man got stamina or not. Don't worry if he got this or he got that. Who gives a fuck? He called you out. Go handle your business and figure that out. Why are you making all these excuses? Why are you trying to, do this and do that and find a way to back out by making it seem like it's not you wanting to back out? I'm glad I've never called somebody out like, I'm gonna go fight you. I wanna fade. I'm glad. I'm glad it's everybody that's called me out, but yet they've done nothing. I don't understand how people look at me and say, oh, you're a bitch because you're scared to fight. What are you talking about? I've never said, I wanna fight you, sucker. I've never said that, ever. It's been people that don't like what I do, and so they say, Blue Devil, I wanna catch a fade. And I say, well, do what you gotta do. And then people say, Well, let's meet up. And I say, chale, why am I going to meet up with an enemy or an op? Who are you? Who sent you? I look at it like if you really want the pedo, then come handle your scandal. Why do I gotta go out my way for you? The only time I go out my way and go fight is when I get a call from my homies from my barrio. When my homies from my hood call me and say, Blue Devil, pull up to the pad, fool. We need to talk. Is when I'll be there. Because they're my people. Right? But when some fucking guy from a gang I've never met says, hey, pull up to the park at 4:30, ese. Be there or be square. The fuck? Who the fuck are you? Well, I don't like you because you said this about my video. The fuck are you, a little hyena or what? Did your calzones get wet? The fuck that got to do with me? You feel me? So now, it's their job and their responsibilities to handle whatever issue they got, not for me. So I don't get when people be like, oh, you so afraid. Afraid of what? Well, you don't go outside. What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? I just don't be in the places these people be. Why the fuck am I gonna be in their hood? Why the fuck am I gonna go to their neck of the woods? I'm where I be. Everybody knows where I'm at and what I do and where I go. I'm not calling for people to come get me, right? But if you really got an issue, you gotta handle that, not me. The fuck? That's crazy, bro. Salute to the OG.
Um, oh yeah. Oh, that I cover up my gray. Yeah, it looks pretty Friedman, huh? Check it out. Huh? Shit. All that hair, homie. That shit get bushy sometimes, you know? Even what? I even got a little Russia going. That's a little bit thin, but I'm not a big old skinhead looking vato. You know what I mean? I don't need to shave my head because I got a big old baloney patch. I could do this. And yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. I don't know what you got with older people, but you seem to have a real fucking stick up your butt regarding OGs and older people, and like, what's wrong with you, dude? One must have did you pretty bad. You're a small man pretending to be a big man. When you talk like that, that's what you portray. Anyways, you mentioned that I had no authority when I went and talked to you about that situation. Okay. Anybody from the barrio.
With 24/7 live chat, ask any
Come on, man. What the fuck, bro? So irresponsible and unprofessional of you, Blue Devil. What kind of shit is this?
That was there and got that news at the time had the authority to go and confront you on it. Yeah, I did have the authority. Okay. It came from being from the neighborhood and being part of the conversation regarding you and what you were doing and what the problem was. And that's why I brought it up. I would have kept my mouth shut. But you don't understand a lot of things, you dropped out, you left, you disappeared before, you could really learn anything, man. I've been down here in this neighborhood since the early 70s. So 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2024, 10, 24, more than 50 years, So
Damn.
you could talk all the talk you want. You don't even know what you're talking about, Can
Damn,
I get
40
you out of the
years.
neighborhood? No, I can't. I can't. Can I fight with you? Yeah, I can, but I won't. So keep that in mind whenever you feel a little froggish. Okay. But really the point of my video is to let you know, man, that advice that you gave towards me at the end, to take care of my health, do me, be a family man, do my videos, and concentrate on my thing. I gave you that advice way back on the first two videos, man. I told you the same exact thing. Now, do we bring you up for clout? That's what that baboso up in the corner says.
Hey, damn, the OG's phones be ringing more than mine, dog. What's the secret, big dog? Is it the black shirts for men? Cause I got little grays in my shit. My phone don't be ringing like that no more, big dog. My shit used to ring like that, but not no more. But what do you say about the gopher?
Now, do we bring you up for clout? That's what that Baboso up in the corner says. Who let me take a minute to mention what I have to say about that fool. You say, oh, he's just my cameraman, leave him alone. No, he's not. He's always side busting. He's always throwing his comments in there, his
Facts.
opinions in there.
Facts.
Whether it's Varrio or it's about internet beefs or whatever, he always has something to say.
Facts.
He's your yes man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, he's in the mix. You don't have a choice.
Facts. He's in the mix because he. Okay, so it's one thing when. Okay, so look. There's times, bro. I don't know if you guys noticed. All right, we have a podcast, and it starts to get controversial, and somebody on the pod will walk off the pod, right? And I've noticed, and I go, I know why he's doing that, which is smart, and it's a good move because it's like saying, I don't want to be part of this convo, right? Smart motherfucker, homie, because that fool himself knows what he's capable of doing if somebody comes after him. So, number respect. But that goofy in the corner, he'll sit there and he'll add to the jokes. He'll add to the shit talking. He'll sit there and confirm. He'll sit there and act like this. And it's like, fool, do you realize that you're co-signing everything Manosa Marv is saying? So one day when somebody sees you, you can't say, oh, I didn't know. No, you did. You were up there confirming everything, playing along, acting like you was with the business. And believe me that if you got speed dial and you got Manosa Marv on speed dial, he ain't gonna make it to you on time, little homie. So a word of advice is just shut the fuck up and listen. It's cool that you're there and that's your homie. I get it. That's your homie. But you don't gotta sit there and co-sign what your homie is saying. You can easily just be like, all right, whatever. Cool. But you like the pedo. You like the desmadre. You like the chisme. And the thing is that you didn't learn when the American Cholo bitch slapped you. You didn't learn. And you're lucky because he's a respectful, responsible man. So I'm sure he didn't do the most. But one day when you're on the street, somebody is gonna do you real dirty. Real dirty. Real dirty. Okay? And that's when you're gonna learn. And I don't know how you didn't learn. You still got a black guy from the American Cholo beat down. And I seen the video. Man, oh man, maybe one day I'll release it. Maybe one day I'll find a way to snag it. Maybe when I go do the American Cholo podcast, I'll hack into the system, homie. I'll hack into the system, bam, and take that shit and leak it. Don't ever invite me, American Cholo. But let's go.
He put himself there,
Yep.
or you put him there, okay? But he's irrelevant too. Actually, you both are irrelevant. You the one that brought things up when you reappeared. I guess you had an epiphany or something that told you, man, stand up, man, be a man, go out there and defend yours.
Yep.
And you finally spoke up. It was the wrong time. The pedo was gone already, dead. Yep. Nobody was talking about it, or you.
Yep.
You brought it up.
Yep.
You brought it to life. You gave it energy.
There you go. I'm not going to watch anymore. Basically, what he's saying is this. We were done talking about Manosa Marv. American Cholo was done. I was done. This fool was done. Everybody was done, bro. And the only reason we were all talking about it is because we were all part of it somehow. You know, I was part of it because his children called me. His adult kids, 25 plus, called me. All right. And we did a video. Go look for it. This fool was mentioned because he from the same hood or from the area. Not even want to say the same hood. Take that back. Stop typing. They from the same area, I guess. Or I don't know. The other fool claims his fool's hood. You know what I mean. All right. And American Cholo because he slapped him, beat him up, chased him out the arena. You know what I mean. All right. But we was all done. I was done making the T-shirts. I took them off the website. I was done. Time to move on. And because we all went quiet, Manosa Marv thought it was a perfect time to run his mouth again. And now he's Mr. Tough Guy and blah, blah, blah. And oh, shut the fuck up. In the midst of everything, you ran like a bitch. In the midst of the problems you had with this little girl, you were nowhere to be found. You ran like a bitch. You waited for everybody to forget. You waited for your comments to wind you up. And you waited for the comments to pump you up. And now because you saw the comments were good again, and you saw that. Now we're all quiet. Oh, let me be Mr. Tough Guy, and you went to go stand with the people in downtown LA and you think you did something. Okay, you did. All right, you changed the world. But listen, OG is not wrong. Salute to the OG. Go watch his video. He sends that fateful warning. Come to the Varrio to check in. Will Marvelous Minds check in? No. Is he continue to act like he's bigger than the program? Yes. What's he gonna say? I don't need a check in. You guys check in with me. Oye, cállate, güey. Shut the fuck up. And why is OG bringing all this to the internet? Because there's no other way to get at this fool. I guarantee you they can't get a hold of him. You know where to be found, right? Plus, the Manosa brought it to the internet. He brought it to the internet. He made it public access. And with that being said, salute to everybody. Have a great day. Go watch my other content. We got a podcast tonight at 11 p.m. Güero, Problem the Goon, Blue Devil. Tonight, 11 p.m., late night live. And with that being said, I'm your host, Blue Devil. Until next time, we out. Oh, no, wait. Click on these videos. Click on these videos. Click on the link in the middle. That being said, we out.